challenger. Round 1. Fight! KO! Round 2. Fight! Final round. Fight! Phoenix wins.
Alright, we back. Hope you guys are enjoying the review of Tekken 6. Now, I didn't say this before, you know, but just to let you know, I did give the game a 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. You'll understand that when you see the rest of the review. So now we're talking about gameplay. Now the gameplay is pretty much the same old gameplay, which isn't a bad thing because they always had great gameplay. But at the same time, you always want more, and they did do a few more things, but overall it's the same old gameplay. So just pick up Tekken and play. If you're a Tekken player, you're not gonna have any trouble with this game. Alright? Now what I wanted to say though about the gameplay is that they added new characters. You know, and when you get new characters, you get brand new movesets, meaning brand new gameplay experiences. So the fact that they added new characters definitely adds more to the gameplay. That's one. Another thing is, to the existing characters, they added a few new moves in there. And what's so cool about these new moves is that a lot of these Tekken players is really nice. The new moves you can use and add it to your repertoire, changing the way you play, changing the way the gameplay is in the game. Because the more you change up and alter things, the more the way the game comes at you in the more different ways you go at the game. So that right there is a major plus just from the few moves that they added to all the existing characters. And there's a ton of characters in this game, so the replay value is great, and it gives you opportunity to learn a lot of different styles and see different animations and really appreciate the game for what it has to offer. So I felt that that was really good in terms of gameplay. The next thing is that they added this mechanism where before you about to die, you get this major boost of energy and your hands turn red, they fire and stuff like that, and it gives you a slight edge over your opponent to try to do a miraculous comeback. And that's real cool because if you think about it, in like a lot of fights, in any fight, whether it's boxing or whatever it is, in real life, if you know you about to die, like you like 1 or 2 hits away from really being on the floor, it's like you get that extra incredible Hulk type of energy that's like, and then you just go all out that one last time, you know what I'm saying? So they bring you that intensity to Tekken 6, and that right there is genius, and that's a major improvement over the gameplay because it's almost to the point where, yeah, you destroying somebody and you got their power down, but you gotta remember when their power goes down, they gonna come at you that much more harder, so you still gotta be alert. It's not gonna be that easy just because the power's low. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about skill, but that right there adds so much more intensity to this game, and intensity plus fighting is very important. You need that intensity. You need that heart-pounding emotion when you're fighting, especially in a fighting game, and that's what Tekken 6 really adds to. So that right there is real great. I love it, and that's basically the gameplay right there. So take a look at some gameplay footage so you can enjoy it, and like I said, if you don't got the game, go get it. You're gonna love it. You will not be disappointed with the purchase. Be right back.
Round 2. Fight. KO. Final round. Fight. Yoshimitsu wins.
Yeah, it's your boy Hip Hop Gamer, Tekken 6, 8.5 out of 10, and now we're going to talk about the features in the game. Now, the features in the game, they have this one feature called Scenario Mode. Now, truthfully, you could tell when a developer is just trying to throw something in the game, experimenting with it or whatever, and this is exactly what happened with Scenario Mode. It's a good idea because a lot of fighting games, you know, sometimes people want to do something else than just fight. They want to have some type of career mode or some sort of major storyline, like a quest mode or something like that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you just throw it out there and it's like, here, let me just put this in there to give them something different to experience, then you kind of you shooting yourself in the foot. You know what I'm saying? Because if you anything that you do in the game that you want to try to add to it, you got to make sure it's hot. You know what I mean? And you could tell that in the scenario campaign mode is real boring. It's a nice idea, but it is boring. There's no life or emotion in the characters. There's no epic feel. And what's so crazy about it is that considering the stories that play out in Tekken, from Tekken 1 all the way up to now, from Kazuha, Heihachi, people dying, coming back to life, like all these great stories that they have within the Tekken universe, and then to see them do the scenario mode and that's what they bring us, it's a slap in the face to the fans. That's the way I feel about it. It's a slap in the face to the fans. You feel me? So another thing is that, you know, the story itself feels empty. Now, a lot of people complain about Metal Gear, right? Having these long cutscenes. But those cutscenes was actually nice to watch. They was exciting. You was sitting down like you was watching a movie. And this one, you sitting down and it's like you don't even feel, you don't even know why you're doing what you're doing. It doesn't bring you in. And I know this game wasn't meant to be an adventure game, but if you're going to add adventure to it, then the same quality and the time you took for the fighting portion of the game in terms of gameplay there, do the same to the new element you bring in. You feel me? That's the way I feel about it. Now, moving on to the gameplay. The gameplay is limited in that scenario mode because you can't do the things you do when you're in the fighting portion of the you know, basic game, in the arcade mode of the game. So when you're fighting and you're in scenario mode, you can only punch kick. You can't really dodge and roll and do 10-hit combos, and you can't do this stuff. So you gave me an adventure game with these great characters, and I can't even do what these characters can do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm limited to the gameplay when you play scenario mode. So that right there is a major drawback. You see what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you know, one thing that's cool is that they do have co-op within the scenario mode,